Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Keith Kosis, and I'm a practicing physician whose research has led me into entrepreneurship as a founder of a company, REALTROMINS. REALTROMINS is an acronym for REAL, T-time, ROM, risk of mortality, and INS, instability. And we have created predictive analytics for critically ill and hospitalized patients to improve outcomes and save lives. There we go, sorry. There it is. The problem I face every day in caring for patients is that vital sign monitoring has not improved in decades. The same monitors I trained on them back in the 80s are the ones I use today. They're a little bigger, a little prettier, but they provide the exact same information. Current alarm systems are highly unreliable with a greater than a 90% false positive rate. This leads to alarm fatigue and the missed opportunities to impact patients that are truly alarming. There are several predictive models out there that are used in clinical medicine with very poor predictiveness, ranging from 4 to the high of 20% positive predictive value. I believe strongly that lives can be saved and costs diminished if patient deterioration is identified early and thus prevented. And finally, I believe that big data analytics is the solution to this problem. Our value is that REALTROMINS is a family of software and medical devices providing advanced predictive analytics that guides the care of critically ill and hospitalized patients to identify high-risk patients, continuously update that risk, better match needed resources in order to save patient lives. What is REALTROMINS? Well, this is a typical patient that I care for every day. We take 4 inputs, the continuous physiologic signals we get from standard ICU monitors, most importantly, the ECG stream. We add to that the numeric monitor data, the numbers you see on the monitor screen that give you the heart rate number, blood pressure number. We add this to laboratory values, not ones that we require, but the ones that are ordered by the bedside clinicians. And finally, we add clinical parameters that are currently limited in our current model, but can expand greatly as we potentially integrate with data coming from, say, an Epic EMR. With these inputs, we go through 2 patented and proprietary processes. That 1, we provide signal processing of that ECG signal. 2, statistical analysis of that expanded data set. 3, send it through advanced data mining algorithms, currently identified and labeled as artificial intelligence, to identify high-risk patients. We create a red, yellow, green DEFCON score that identifies a patient's current risk of mortality and uniquely update that risk every 2 minutes throughout their hospital stay. The REALTROMINS platform is this. Currently, we've only developed the upper right blue. I'm a pediatric provider, so I've been able to access the hospital systems, data systems, to create a pediatric ICU algorithm, a neonatal ICU algorithm, and what we call a rapid response algorithm for hospitalized patients outside of the ICU. Clearly, we can adapt these models for use in adults and have created pathways for developing a fetal REALTROMINS, a out-of-hospital military REALTROMINS, and finally, a home use REALTROMINS to integrate with telehealth and home-based medicines to identify patients deteriorating at home before they need to get hospitalized. Our competition is varied, but none provide all of the benefits that REALTROMINS provides, identified by the red stars. The first algorithm was the PRISM, was created by a mentor of mine at Children's National that identifies the risk of mortality once on admission to the ICU before healthcare providers like myself and the team that I work with can intervene and change that risk. Cerner purchased the Apache system for use for critically ill adult patients. The HERO device is been created at the University of Virginia for neonatal patients. Ediometry is a Boston-based data analytics company, and OBS Medical has developed a predictive algorithm for hospitalized adult patients outside the ICU. There are a few other newcomers: the Philips Guardian score, the Proaxel Rothman score, Pew's Muse, and PIM scores. So this field is rapidly expanding. Our projected sales and revenue are based on a year of taking our current data and system through the FDA through 510 clearance. We make our beachhead in the pediatric market, and during this time, we're also developing the adult algorithms. Clearly, the volume is in the adult ICU and adult floor patients, such that we can ramp up over this 5-year time period to sell a total of 163 devices, meaning our algorithm applied to 163,000 beds, creating $1.2 billion in revenue, not recognizing ongoing maintenance fees and expansion outside the US market. Our management team is diverse. The founders, myself and unfortunately my late brother. Our management team is led by Bill Elmore. Our FDA regulatory consultants are poised and ready to submit our 510K, our legal affairs with business legal advice and our patents, and finally our scientific advisory board guiding our ongoing developments. Thank you very much.